The story of the Bombay Stock Exchange, or BSE, is deeply intertwined with the financial history of India. It is a tale that spans over a century, reflecting the evolution of the Indian economy and its integration into the global financial system. It's a story that begins, as legends say, under a banyan tree. This tree, located in the bustling heart of Bombay, served as the first meeting place for a small group of stockbrokers. In the bustling city of Bombay, now Mumbai, a group of enterprising individuals gathered under the shade of this tree. These were not just any individuals, they were the pioneers of what would become one of the largest stock exchanges in the world. They were brokers, the intermediaries of trade and finance. Their role was crucial in facilitating transactions and ensuring the smooth operation of the market. This informal gathering marked the very early days of the BSE. It was a humble beginning, but it laid the foundation for a more structured and formalized stock market. It was around 1875. This period was a turning point in the financial history of India as the country was beginning to industrialize and modernize. The banyan tree became a symbol of this nascent stock market. It represented the roots of financial trading in India, a place where ideas and capital began to flow freely. These early brokers dealt in stocks and shares. They were the first to recognize the potential of a formalized trading system, and their efforts were instrumental in shaping the future of the Indian stock market. The companies listed were primarily textile mills, reflecting the industrial landscape of the time. The textile industry was booming, and these mills needed capital to expand and grow. Trading was conducted through open outcry, a system of shouting and hand signals. This method, though chaotic, was effective in its own way and allowed for real-time transactions. It was a vibrant and chaotic scene. The energy and excitement of the trading floor were palpable, and it was this dynamism that drove the market forward. Yet this informal system laid the groundwork for a more organized exchange. The need for structure and regulation became increasingly apparent as the market grew. The banyan tree era, though symbolic, represented a time of significant economic change. It was a period of transition where traditional methods were giving way to modern financial practices. India was experiencing the early phases of a market-driven economy. The foundations of modern financial markets were being laid, and the BSE was at the forefront of this transformation. The need for a formal platform to facilitate the trade of shares became increasingly apparent. The informal gatherings under the banyan tree were no longer sufficient to handle the growing volume of transactions. This need was further amplified by the growing number of participants in this informal stock market. More and more people were recognizing the opportunities that the stock market presented. It was clear that a new chapter was about to begin. The foundations had been laid and the stage was set for the Bombay Stock Exchange to evolve into a formal institution shaping the future of financial markets in India. The year 1927 marked a turning point for the BSE. It was a year that would forever change the landscape of stock trading in India. The Bombay Stock Exchange, which had been operating in a rather informal manner for decades, was about to undergo a significant transformation. After decades of informal trading, the Bombay Stock Exchange finally gained official recognition. This was a monumental step forward, as it meant that the exchange was now acknowledged by the government and had a formal status. The Indian government introduced the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. This act was a comprehensive piece of legislation aimed at regulating the securities market in India. This act provided a legal framework for the functioning of stock exchanges in India. It laid down the rules and regulations that would govern the trading of securities, ensuring that the market operated in a fair and transparent manner. It was a landmark moment, bringing the BSE under the purview of regulation. This was a crucial development as it meant that the exchange was now subject to oversight and had to adhere to certain standards. This official recognition brought several benefits. It not only provided a sense of legitimacy to the exchange, but also helped in building trust among investors. It instilled confidence in investors by providing a degree of security and transparency. Investors were now assured that their investments were being handled in a regulated environment. This, in turn, attracted more participants to the market. The increased participation led to higher trading volumes and greater liquidity in the market. With standardized rules and regulations, the BSE was no longer an ad hoc gathering under a tree. It had evolved into a structured and organized entity. It had evolved into a formalized institution. This transformation was not just about physical infrastructure, but also about the way business was conducted. The 1927 Act also paved the way for the establishment of a governing body for the BSE. This body was responsible for ensuring that the exchange operated smoothly and adhered to the regulations. This governing body was tasked with overseeing the exchange's operations. It played a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of the market and ensuring that trading activities were conducted in a fair and efficient manner. The Act ensured fairness and efficiency in trading activities. It helped in creating a level playing field for all participants and minimized the chances of fraudulent activities. The BSE's journey from an informal group to a recognized entity mirrored the growth of the Indian economy. As the economy expanded, so did the stock exchange, reflecting the increasing importance of financial markets in the country's development. The official recognition of the BSE was not merely a change in status, it was a significant milestone that marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the Indian stock market. It was a testament to the growing importance of the stock market in India's financial system. The formalization of the BSE highlighted the critical role that stock exchanges play in the economic development of a country. This event marked the beginning of a new era for the BSE, one characterized by growth, innovation, and a deepening impact on the Indian economy. The formalization of the BSE set the stage for its future success and its emergence as a key player in the global financial markets.